When you own your morning, you own your day. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to start your day so that you have wins throughout your day and you feel good at the end of it. The key here is that if you don't start your day off right, it can end up being a compounding effect of negative things happening. So the thing that you want to do is to start off your day with faith-based thinking. If you start off with faith-based thinking, that's with intention, then you have a clear destination. You have clear milestones that you're trying to hit throughout your day instead of just letting things happen. Because life is always happening to us, right? But I don't think so. I think it's responding to us. But if you let life happen to you because you don't have intentions, then things are going to be thrown at you. And it's likely you're trying to do things in your life and your business and it's not working, and it's because you're being challenged. So, for example, if you start your day and you have something that you want to accomplish and it requires courage, well then life's going to throw things at you that requires you to have courage. It's going to throw an opportunity at you that requires to have courage. You're going to speak to somebody who's an influencer and it's scary. So if you have intentions and you start your day with intentions, then it's very clear on what you're trying to achieve. And you might have little check boxes. Some people like them, some people don't. You don't have to have check boxes or a task list, but if you have something in your calendar, in your mind, in your intentions, then you will achieve it. It's hope-based thinking versus faith-based. Hope is like you start your day and you don't have any intentions, so you're just hoping that the right things happen and the right people and right circumstances come your way. And they might. They did for the band the Rolling Stones. They thought, they were going to last another year. That's what Mick Jagger said. And they went on for decades. But, that was hope-based thinking on their part. But we don't know that they could have been using intention, using their vision, using their imagination. And that's what you need to tap into. In our mind, we have 6 faculties, and one of them is imagination. And imagination is what's going to create the image in here, because we know through all science and theology that what you create in here can happen in your physical world. What you imagine can happen. That's why Einstein said that imagination is more important than anything. Why would he make a statement like that? Did he practice it? More than likely. I mean, he had a great imagination. There's a great documentary about him. Don't know how true or real it is, but it's on Netflix, I believe. And you can watch and learn how he imagined things, how he created physics out of his imagination. So, you need to start your day with intentions. So how do you start your day with intentions? Well, you start the night before. So the night before, you choose 3 things, no more than 3, because if you have more than 3, you have none. You need to have just 3 things, no more than 3, that you want to achieve the next day. And you can pick things that are for business or for your career or your health or your relationships, whatever is really bothering you right now, the things that you want to solve. Focus on those. The intentions for expanding and creating something that's going to make you feel better. So every single night, just set 3 intentions that you want for the next day. And then when you wake up in the morning, you have them in front of you and you look at them again and you can imagine them. You can even imagine them before you go to bed if you want to practice that, because the best times to tap into your powerful subconscious mind, which is producing 96 to 98% of the results in your life, the best times are when you're going off to sleep because you're going unconscious, and when you're coming out of consciousness when you're waking up. Those are the best times. So if you have something in mind, you can imagine it. You can imagine the best outcomes, the people, the circumstances, the events, things that are causing it to happen, and then you will tap into that higher power of yourself, which is your imagination, and it will start to trigger events. And as the events come, then you have to be in what I call receiving mode. Most people are in resistance mode. When you get up in the morning and you don't have any intentions, you're virtually in resistance. Why? Because you don't have a clear destination. You don't have pathway thinking. Psychologists call this pathway thinking. You don't have pathway thinking towards what you want. And if you can always connect the dots looking backwards. Why wouldn't you have pathway thinking? Why wouldn't you create steps that you want to achieve throughout the day and then measure them at the end of the day? Appreciate them. give gratitude for the kinds of things you want. You set the intentions, you might as well give thanks for them. And by giving thanks, you turn on your appreciation factor, which actually will draw more of those experiences to you. We know that. We know when we're feeling good and we're vibrating at a high frequency, we feel energized and we feel like, we can take anything on and we're on top of the world. That's how you want to set up your day. So that at the end of each day, you can look back and say, okay, how did I move forward? How am I a better version of myself? What did I do today that I accomplished, that I feel good about? How am I more inspired today? How am I moving forward in life and getting the things I want and enjoying the experiences I want? Those are the kinds of things that you can do. So you have to own your day by owning your morning, but it starts the night before. So you set 3 intentions the night before, wake up and you can imagine them before you go to sleep, and then you wake up in the morning, do a little more imagining. It might cost you 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. You may not even have that much if you're doing it before you go to sleep, because oftentimes people fall asleep within a minute and you don't have much time. So you just visualize just a little bit, just pick one thing, and then you are now tapping into your power. That's your powerhouse. That's your subconscious mind. Don't underestimate it. Most of us are sense slaves. That's right, sense slaves. We use our senses, what we see, hear, touch, taste, and smell, and we live by those senses. And we let that information direct us and dictate our lives. That's like being a puppet. So most people are puppets. Something happens and they react to it. And when we react, we now have a problem in here and out there. We've created 2 problems. So reaction doesn't help. Reacting doesn't help. It actually makes more issues for us. And then we want to justify ourselves and justify it with others. So then we go and explain what happened to others and we keep the story going. We spend so much time doing these types of things and they're such a waste of time. But if you live with intention, then those kinds of things, you just let them roll off your shoulders. You let them go. Wayne Dyer said that, a wake behind a boat doesn't drive it, right? Like that's the wake. That's behind the boat. That's behind us. You let it go. It's behind you. And you live with intention. You look for the things you want. You have a destination. You want it. You want to achieve it. And you don't need to have circumstances such that you are in a corner and you need to make it happen. That's having a problem and needing a solution. And then the other side of it is having a problem but seeking answers. And if you are in a state where you can seek answers, way better than having a problem and needing a solution. I've seen people that have problems where, the government has locked their bank accounts because they didn't pay their taxes on time and, their whole business is shut down. That's a problem that needs an immediate solution. That's like triage. That's like having a bleeding neck. You got a cut in your neck and you need to get it stitched right away. Otherwise you bleed out and you'll die. So you don't want that to happen. So the key here is faith-based thinking, faith-based actions, faith-based intentions. That's how you start your day. You can start your day with all sorts of other things, exercise and drinking water and so on. And I do all those things. But the key here is you want to have a destination for your day. You want to have little destinations, little places that you're going to stop over, little things that you're going to accomplish and check off and say, I did that. It's done. And I feel good. And this is the way I pictured it. This video that I'm making right now, it had an intention. It has an intention, and I am going to share all of my resources, information, studying, and research with you because that's the intention. And you're going to come away with something or a perspective, a new perspective, which I'm hoping you will take and then you'll put into action. But just writing 3 actions the night before, 3 things that you want, 3 intentions, and then reviewing them in the morning and doing some visualization evening and morning. If you keep doing that, rinsing and repeating, your life is going to get better for sure. You will now have more control. You will not only own your day, you're going to own your weeks, your months, your years. When you own your minutes, you own your years, you own your decades. That's how it starts. You start off small and it compounds and compounds and compounds. It builds up and keeps on growing and growing. It's not something that you do once. It's not a one and done. You have to do this consistently. It has to be persistent. You have to invest. And when you invest consistently and persistently, guess what? It comes back to you. You either invest consistently and persistently, or you have to invest one time and a lot. I've seen this dozens and dozens of times. If you don't take the time to take the actions and set your intentions and measure your goals and measure backwards and look for your gains, at some point in life, you're going to hit a point where you need to make some tough decisions and you need to cut things off. I've heard stories. This guy, Bill Bartman, he had a story where he had a business that grew into the billions of dollars, and he had all sorts of resources. He had a beautiful house, but his partner made one critical mistake, and the IRS came in and said, okay, we're seizing everything. And what happened was they actually seized part of his property, and because they limited him to a certain percentage of his property, of his house, and they actually had to cut off his living room. Actually, it came in with equipment and saws and so on, and cut off part of his living room, because that was the other side of the property was the government's now. That's the kind of thing that you don't want to have happen to you. You know, he went from being king, having planes and everything he wanted, all the money and all the resources, to having part of his house cut off and living in a box. So if you live with intention and you live with faith-based thinking versus hope-based thinking, then you will move forward and you'll see changes. And as you see changes, you can measure backwards. That's the only way. Unless you take these actions, you won't be able to measure backwards. And if you can't measure backwards and say, how am I better now? How have I gained? How have I moved forward? Then you won't have something that you're going to appreciate. You need these two experiences. You need to have the things that you've tried and that have failed and that have, created a lot of anxiety in you. And then you need to say, okay, well, what's going to change that? And then you set intentions and you focus your mind every single evening and every morning, just a little bit, just a couple minutes. Use the 2-minute rule from Atomic Habits. 2 minutes of visualization in the morning, 2 minutes in the evening. That's it. Just twice a day. And live with intention. Set your intentions. Focus your mind. Focus it and tune it in on what you want. If you don't focus and tune this thing on what you want, life will deliver whatever it wants. It'll send you all sorts of challenges, maybe some blessings, but ultimately, it's just going to be life happening to you. As Jack Canfield said, the world is whirling around us all the time. And unless we are living with a focus, with intention, and going for what we want, we won't get it. Nothing will happen. Nothing will change. We'll feel like it's mundane and boring. So if you're feeling like your life is mundane and boring and you're not making any progress, then put this into practice. Do something. Do something about it. You think about it like this. In the animal kingdom, if you take a predatory bird like a falcon, if it had a blind eye because of an accident and it wasn't able to hunt properly and couldn't eat, well, it would die, right? That's without focus. And just remember, focus is today's IQ. So what's your score? Do you have a score? Do you have a score in mind? How much focus and attention do you put on what you want? Do you write it down? Do you think about it? I've mentioned a couple apps before that you can put into use. There's one called Win Streak. Like you have a win streak if you're gambling. Win Streak, it's an app. You can get it every day. 3 wins that you had for the day, and then 3 wins that you want for tomorrow. 3 intentions. You can use this app. Again, it's going to take you about 2 minutes. Use the 2-minute rule. Just get it done. Wins for the day, wins for tomorrow. Get it done. Keep measuring backwards and keep taking steps forward. So you can do this. This is completely doable. It's a simple practice that you can do. Put it into practice, take some action. Let me know how it works for you. If you like this video, subscribe and like it. Otherwise, as usual, thanks for watching my video. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.